Notes on it, and there's a section that says warm up. Okay, so in number 1, the warm up, this is like practicing what we did yesterday. So I have this inequality, y is less than or equal to 8 minus 1/2 x. And then I have a graph of this inequality. Do you notice a mistake that they made on the graph? It's a dotted line, and it should be a solid line. The dotted line, it should be solid. So can you please go in there and change that dotted line to a solid line? And how did we know it was going to be a dotted line? Exactly. The inequality is less than or equal to. So I need to have a solid line on my graph. Right? Solid line. I can use my IntelliPen. And then it draws a really straight line for me. Okay, so now you have a solid line. So now what I want you to do is I want you to select the points that are solutions to this inequality. So who knows what to do for something like that? What are we going to do to figure out whether these are solutions or not? We could test our points, right? Because what does the first number represent? It's going to be, It's going to be x, right? My x. And what's my second number? Y. Right? So you're right, I could test the points, and that's what we did yesterday. Right? And so we know that these points, right, represent x and y, and that shows up in our inequality. But where else do points, like numbers like that, show up? When we have an x, comma, y, where does that show up? Or like, what does that make you think of when you see a number, comma, another number in parentheses? Yeah, they're ordered pairs, right? They're points on the graph. So negative 5, 0, negative 5, 0, that's right here. Is that in the solution set? Is that in the solution set? Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's in the shaded area, right? So I know it's a solution. Okay, so I could go through and I could test my points, but that's going to be kind of annoying to do because I've got this like, right, negative fraction, and I don't really like multiplying by negative fractions very much. So I would suggest using your graph. Use the graph and figure out which one of these are solutions or not. If you finish that, start reading through number 2. If you finish number 1, start reading number 2. Okay, so is 10, 2 a solution? No, 10, 2 is not a solution. 10, 2 is right here. Right, that's not in the solution set. Not in the solution set. Okay, what about negative 2, negative 6? Yeah, that is a solution, right? Negative 2, negative 6 is right here. What about 5, 5? No. 5, 5, that's over here. 5, 5. And what about 4, 0? Yes. 4, 0, but that one's exactly on the line, right? So when we have a solid line, it's always a part of the solution. But if it's a dotted line, it's only sometimes part of the solution, which is kind of weird. But the way you can know for sure is by plugging in a point. So if I plugged this point in, that's the only one I'll do, is if I plug in, 4 for x and 0 for y. Plug in 4 for x and 0 for y. Right, I'm going to end up with 0 is less than or equal to, and I forgot my 8 in here. Right, 8 minus 1/2 times 4. So let's test that and see if it's true or false. What's 1/2 times 4? 2. What's 8 minus 2?
Negative 6.
What?
6.
Yeah, just 6. Is 0 less than or equal to 6? Yeah, that's true. So that's how I can know for sure that that is a part of my solution, right? But if this was a dotted line, if it was y is less than 8 minus 1 half x, then I'd end up with 0 is less than 6. But that's also true, right? But we saw one yesterday where we had a dotted line, and when we plugged in the point, we ended up with like something like that, 7 is less than 7. So when there's a dotted line, sometimes it's in the solution and sometimes it's not. So you always have to check, okay? For this one, when it's a solid line, doesn't really matter because it's going to be in the solution. We include everything on the line, okay? All right, can somebody read number 2 for me, please?
Gabriel is selling tickets to a fundraising concert for the school band. His goal is to raise more than $145.
Perfect.
Youth tickets Y cost $3 each. Adult tickets A cost $5 each.
Excellent.
Which equality represents the number of tickets Gabriel must sell to achieve his goal.
Excellent. Perfect. Thank you. So we are raising money for the school band, right? And we want to raise more than $145. Okay, so the amount of money I'm going to make has to be more than $145. How do I write more than $145? Good. Greater than what? Can it be equal to if it's more than 145? Yeah, just greater than what? Yeah, greater than 145. Perfect. Okay. So the amount of tickets that I sell, like the amount of money I'm going to make from the tickets I sell, I guess, has to be greater than 145. Does it say $145 or more? Yeah, it just says more than. So it has to be strictly greater than. And what are the two types of tickets that we're selling? Youth tickets and adult tickets. Exactly. How much do youth tickets cost? $3. So if I buy one youth ticket, how much money am I spending? $3. If I buy two youth tickets, how much money? 6, right? I just take 3 and multiply it by 2. What if I'm buying 10 tickets? Right? I'm just multiplying by the number of tickets that I'm buying. So if I buy Y tickets, what would I multiply 3 by? If I'm buying Y tickets, when I bought 1 ticket, I multiplied by 1. When I bought 2 tickets, I multiplied by 2. When I bought 10 tickets, I multiplied by 10. If I'm buying Y tickets, what am I going to multiply by? Y. How do I write 3 times Y? 3Y. Okay, so that's the amount of money I'm making from my youth tickets. What about for my adult tickets? Those are 5, right? So 5A, right? If I bought 1 ticket, I'd multiply by 1. If I bought 2, I'd multiply by 2. So if I'm buying A tickets, it's just 5A. And then how am I going to find my total if I have my youth tickets I'm selling and the adult tickets I'm selling? Just add them together. Okay, so I just helped you find your answer. You just need to match it up to the correct one, A, B, C, or D. Circle it. Don't say it out loud. Circle it on your paper. And then I want you to try number 3. Number 3 is very similar. Farmer Farah has a $100 budget for planting strawberries and peas. Bless you. Strawberries cost $500 per acre. Peas cost $200 per acre. I want you to write an inequality to describe how many acres she can plant with a budget of $100,000. Okay, I color coded it like this one. Maybe that'll help you. I want you to try number 3. So you should answer number 2, A, B, C, or D, and then try number 3. I'm going to come around and check it, and then we'll go over number 3 on the board. 4 and 5 is part of what I'm grading as well. So keep going if you can do 2 and 3. Okay. Very good. So now you're also shaded it. Figure out what the inequalities are. I'm not going to help you on that right now because I need to go around somebody else. You can play around with it. Yeah.
This bag is really good. For this box. Okay, just that one. Like, I like how you were joking and tried to steal it, and then it just fell out into your bag, and you could have just stolen it perfectly. You just spilled everywhere in your bag. Farmer had $100,000 budget for planting strawberries and tea.
I hit the gravity falls something 4 seconds long.
It's such a good theme song.
I know, 137 song though.
I know, it needs to be on there. But you know what I hate? The one because not only do they do a recap, but they do an intro, and it totals like 5 minutes of the actual episode. So,
I skip them.
yeah, I know.
I skip every ending.
Yeah, I know. But it's just, yeah, I watched it watch yesterday. I watched the entire thing in one day. When I got home, you know, which is time. So I was like, my work was going on with that and stuff.
A little over budget, huh? I know what that means, and that means 100,000, but don't use a K in algebra because now I think you're dealing with 3 variables, and then we have to start graphing into 3-dimensional space, and I don't think you want to do that. But that's multivariable calculus.
That sounds fun.
It is fun, but you have several classes to take before you can get there.
I could just. I'm gonna get the hardest one. I'll get you another bag. I'll throw them out. One of the bag, one of the ones that's down in that bag right there. Because that one's way hotter. Try it? No. You asked for it.
There you go.
Or nothing.
Hey, dude, trust me, they're not like, they're like hardly any spicier than that. Like, no, they're not really. Just eat it.
No.
Yeah, come on now. Yeah, exactly.
Now you have 1, 2, 3, 4,
Did you have
5, 6 variables. When you can, but you
Can you have 5 variables on one number?
yeah.
Why?
Why not?
Like, does that just mean it's one variable?
No.
Oh, so it's like 5 different numbers.
Okay. So Farmer Farah is spending $100,000 planting peas and strawberries. Peas and strawberries, right? $100,000, right? Hey, shh. And she's planting strawberries and peas. How much does it cost for her to plant strawberries? How much does it cost for her to plant strawberries? 500, right? So again, if I'm planting 1 acre, I'd multiply by 1. If I'm planting 2 acres, I'd multiply by 2. If I'm going to plant S acres, what am I going to multiply by? S, right? So 500 S. And how much do the peas cost? 200. So again, if I multiplied by 1, that'd be for 1 acre. If I multiplied by 2, that's for 2 acres. 200 P if I'm planting P acres. And then what do I need to do with that amount I'm spending on strawberries? You guys are like flying off the handle here. What's that going to be? Does this amount that she spends, why is it less than? Because you have a budget, you have to spend less than your budget. You can't spend more than your budget. Yeah, less than or equal to is okay. Huh? That is a lot of acres. Well, it's not 500 acres and 200 acres. So if she only planted strawberries, how many strawberries could she plant?
A lot.
What would you have to do?
Divide
200, right? Because we do 5 times 2. That's 10. Did I get that wrong? Yeah, no. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. So that's 100,000. And if we only planted peas, it'd be 500. Good. Yeah, good. Okay, but we'll start worrying more about that like tomorrow and next week. For now, all I'm grading you on is being able to write inequalities from context, from a situation. So you've got 2 more to do, 2 more to write over on this side. Okay, so at number 4, Mia's buying snacks. She's got a budget of $600. Popcorn costs $5. Candy costs $2.50. We're writing an inequality. It's that same setup where we have something, a number and a letter, plus a number and a letter is less than or equal to the budget. Right? So that's what we're doing for number 4. That's what you're doing for 5.1, except for in 5.1 you're dealing with jerseys and helmets. And then in 5.2, I want you to figure out how many helmets could you buy if the team needs only 5 jerseys. How much is left over to buy helmets? If you finish all 3 of those, you could do number 6, and you can try number 7. If you finish both 6 and 7, you could start looking at the back, because we're going to do that tomorrow. Okay. So at the end of the day today, make sure you hold on to this paper and bring it back tomorrow so we can work on it then. Okay? And I'm going to come around and check. What am I checking? Through 5. 5 and 6.
I don't think that's starting to like it. He's training.
Yeah, that's what happens when you eat a ton of hot Cheetos. It's the worst.
Well, that's why they're talking. Were you putting it on your tongue or your teeth? Yeah. Putting it on more, you're putting it on your tongue. No, I'm not. Yes, you are. No, I'm not. Okay, becomes less hot.
Hey, if you ate like, if you ate 10 of the other ones, you can survive one of these.
Yeah. On your tongue, not your teeth.
Get the whole thing.
Whole thing at once. Yeah. I can feel what you're outside. So it's home.
You feel it now. You feel it.
These ones? Yeah, just whenever you breathe out, you feel it whenever you get the
Screenshot of this drive. With hot Cheetos. You got that pattern packed at the end of the screen. Yeah. Yeah, they're so stupid.
Those will get like any vitamins. You guys go outside and play. Spend all his time playing watching anime. He spends all his time watching PTSD instead of actually have watched that.
It's like a very basic.
Very popular. I actually did watch it, trying to figure out what it was. I had no idea what it was at first.
Were you traumatized?
No, I stopped right through the whole.
Oh my god.
It's like, yeah, I was gonna watch it.
You really don't. You really don't want to know.
Your brain would be traumatized. You'd fry.
Wait, what's I started watching Darling with Friends. Oh my god. It's the one with that girl with the hair and I saw her with like
There's a lot of people with good hair.
I'm watching it, it's like awful.
Oh, so you need to know a lot about them. No, no, I'll try it. Have you seen it all?
No, I haven't seen a single episode.
Have you heard?
Yeah.
It's not bad.
No.
It's not bad. Something where you would be like, oh, I've already seen it.
I'm serious. You got to look that show up. Especially on YouTube.
I've already seen it. I guarantee you not. If you had seen it, your mind would be traumatized. Now, I've seen it.
It's a very interesting.
Very interesting. It's a nice beginner, man.
Berserk is a really good beginner.
Actually, it's
No, but it's a good beginner spot.
what about Goblin Slayer? I think that was more traumatizing than Berserk.
I know there's a show. It's
What you do for for the first episode series. So now I'm the price of I don't know. So I'm almost like 16. And there's a lot of black. Oh, yeah, 40 by 5. Multiply 40 by 5. Yeah. It's actually pretty good. It doesn't show any. Yeah. So does that mean you multiply 60? And then I multiply by 60 with whatever was left. I understand that you first multiply by multiply 4 and 5, and then multiply the answer of that 260. So I took it and I did this. So I was like, okay. So 40 times 5 is 200. And I subtracted 200 from 800 to find the 600. I'm like, oh, okay. So 600 is how much money they have left after they buy 5 orders. So how many jerseys can they buy with $600? So then I multiplied 60 by whatever, by 10 pieces. You get comments. It helps, don't trust me. Trust me. I think water will help. It helps. Actually, water will not help. Water makes it worse. I think it's which is a dime. Milk base, it makes like 8 pounds.
No, you know, these like these cheese.
They taste like
No, these taste way more like cheese.
very big thing. You drink water. This helps.
I don't know.
It doesn't. Actually, if you chop off your head, you're just dead. Doesn't matter. Well, that's like if you get your foot chopped off. It's like, well, you got blood. And what's your name? What? When your head is chopped off, there's like 5 seconds that you're still alive and you can move your eye around and like move your mouth around. So back in the day, like people would execute people, like to behead them, right? Their head would go into like the bucket, and the executors they were like pounding like their eyes and their mouth. They're trying to speak, but they can't. Well, I mean, they just got their head chopped off. What do you think? Like personally. Okay, look. By 100 here. Actually, just by 100.
Everything?
Everything by 100.
Oh yeah, they do. Okay. No, wait, yeah. Why did you do that? It doesn't make sense. Why? This is just like no, wait, no, but you wouldn't be able to like digest it.
It just always. I want to see that. I want to see some.
Oh yeah, I guess.
I want to see some.
Water. What do you think it is? I don't know. What did you do during our Christmas weekend? Corbin was Corbin can drink like an absolute ton of chocolate milk, and then he's like blew the cork through Ben out of the way, stuck his head out the window, and vomited up the bus. Splashing our bus. It was you gotta get that to one time on the van bus, kids made Samson take drink a bunch of chocolate milk and he vomited all over the
Do you remember? I maybe, and Josh, but this will answer your question. Vertical line have a what slope? Their equation is going to be like x equals a number. And horizontal lines have a zero slope, and their equation is y equals a number. So if you want to draw a vertical line is x less than or greater than. If you want to draw a horizontal line, y greater than or equal to. Yeah.
Did I tell you the story? Did I tell you the story of the incident on the cross country bus? Yeah, the Corbin incident on the cross country bus. Okay, so on our way to Alamosa, I think. Corbin and Ben, two other kids. I think Ben bought a gallon of chocolate milk, and I think someone else bought a quarter gallon. And then Ben started to make Corbin chug it. Like chug. We were going up a windy mountain road. And then like 5 seconds afterwards, she's like, "Ooh, Ben shoves it out of the way and sticks his head out the window." And our bus gets loud. No, it was on like a remote. No, I think they're kind of Oh, you want to know what was so funny? We thought, oh, everyone is. Dude, you want to know what's so funny? No, everybody will just assume it's just like mud or something. Everyone knew. You could see people look at the bus and everyone knew. They were like, yeah. It was nasty. No. Also, at that same hotel, there were these old ladies chilling out the pool, and then went up, turned on the jets in the pool, or in the hot tub, climbed into the hot tub with the grandmas, sat on the jet, and like, it was so funny, bro. They just stood there stunned. They were. Actually, no, I wasn't there, but I saw a video of it.
We have to stay there because our bus.
Remember when our bus ran over a fence? No. What bus driver? That bus driver did not deserve to write I remember how old the river was. No, I the water was so aggressive on me. I don't think it was from either because remember the few pieces here we had all that snow in the river was.
Yeah, not only like extremely aggressive. And we also had we had no, actually, and we had rain and wind that very night. It's like an extra, I think, something.
It was not 10,
It was pretty good.
10 inches at
Yeah,
most.
it was big. I just get the words. I've never done it before, so I just and stuff the whole damn time until the very end.
Bro, I've fallen off the rock. I can't. That's not about you, probably.
Yeah, I can't.
We had a life jacket on. You just put your toes down the river and you float. No, but that's actually how you do it. Like genuinely, that actually.
I know how to do it, but I still don't. I like rafting. I don't like the idea of falling off.
Oh, Brand's dad rafted the entire brain down. Yeah, it's like a week for each section. And it's 4 sections.
Wait, did he do it on one day?
No. You get the part of each section. So you don't all separate. Yeah, no, it takes like a month to do it. Wait, you also go upstairs? Jacob, give me that damn box. No.
Yeah, I gave you the box.
I'll give you the damn bag. With the Jeep.
This one?
Your whole way
This guy right here.
I mean, I could do that, but it was
Mr. Wood dated my friend's mom. Yeah, I'm not kidding. I'm like, oh yeah, my friend, one time, my friend.
Same.
Mr. Wood dated my friend.
I understand. It is not tricky. But you're doing great. She'll move. She's getting her stuff moving. Don't worry.
You guys need your Chromebooks to start. Our Chromebooks? Yes.
If it's gross, I already asked for it. And she said,
Don't think of me. Work all the day. I'm gonna put yes, I am.
where are you gonna buy those tea from?
They have a vending machine.
Fish is just dying for it. But What? If anyone, I think it was Damon. Beast. What does that mean? Oh yeah. Can I get, please? Cody John has it. Don't have to hesitate about it. It's a natural habitat.
Yeah, no, I didn't even work. I'm trying to figure out the nuts. Oh yeah. Alright. Have you ever seen Nerdle before? No. Want to see it? I can do it really quick. Nerdle. It's like Wordle, but it's a math problem. No, but we can do it if you want to.
Yes, over class.
Not over class, but we can do it once, and then we'll start class. So you have to come up with like 12, oops, not 12, but 12 times 3, that's not gonna work. 3, no, let's see, I think 1. 4 plus 1 times 3 equals 1 times 3 is 3 plus 4. That's not enough spaces. It's kind of hard to come up with one. Come up with something. Let's see. Give me a number. 3. And let's do 3 times 4. Okay, so that's 12 minus 1 equals 11. Let's try that. 3 times 4 minus 1 equals 11. Okay, and what are the color codes? I think purple is like in the right place. Black is wrong. We don't have any greens yet. No, so red is in the wrong place, black is wrong in general. I know it's a lot harder than Wordle is, isn't it? So it's not going to be times, and we only have 2 ones we should use. So what if we, I don't know, what if we tried 13? 13 1? And then what about like divided by 1? No, divided by, no, because I don't want a fraction. Uh-oh. What if we did like 12 divided by 3 minus 1 equals 3? Let's try. 12 divided by 3 minus 1 equals 3. Yeah. Okay, that's better. So the 1's in the right place now. 3 minus something equals something. Is anybody doing this, or am I doing it by myself? Okay. So 1, 3 minus equals, and I need another 1 somewhere. What if I put that 1 here? I'm gonna get that. What about like 1 plus? What about 1 plus 13? 14 minus something. I mean, pretty much any number except for 2 or 4, 1 and 3. So 5 would equal what? What's 14 minus 5? 9. Let's try. 1 plus 13 minus 5 equals 9. What? 1 plus, oops, I wrote it wrong. There. Ah, we did it. It's not as hard as you think. Just like the first one's kind of hard to come up with. But. Okay, anyway, let's get back to what we were originally going to do. I need you to log in to Google Classroom and open up this activity right here, Point Collector. So you should be in Desmos. Okay, does anybody need, I think everybody's in Google Classroom by now, should be. Let me see who I have so far. And I'll explain it to you. Let me just get everybody in there first. Who do I have? Tanya. Delia. Hey, good job. Fish. Raymond. Zabdiel. Elfida. Zane. Anthony. Kona. Tyson. Jaden. Donald Justin. Zoe and Joseph. Who am I missing? Drags Wolf isn't here. On Hill. I think he needs to get in classroom. I'll help him do that. Connor, make sure you join the Desmos activity.
No.
Okay.
Did I join it?
No, I know you didn't join it. I'm telling you to join it. Huh? Fernando. Yeah.
Luis, Samzina, can you get in there too? Okay. So what I want you to do, I'm gonna sync all of you to me for a minute. Huh? Tricked you. Okay, so I think it starts looking like this. Okay, so on the first screen, right, it kind of looks like this to start. And you have 0 blue points and 0 red points, right? So your score is 0 when you start. But what happens if I include a blue point? What happens to my score? Goes up. What if I include just a red point somehow? Goes down, right? If I do that, right? So my red points are worth -1. My blue points are worth +1. How many points can you get? Yeah, 4 is, I think, the most you can get. Okay, so keep going through the screen. So then once you get to the next screen, you can't drag the purple lines anymore. You've got to change the inequality somehow. Change the inequality. Okay. Sorry, I can unsync you. Sorry, now you're free. I can control your screens, which is kind of wacky. Yeah, but no, I unsynced it, so you should be good now. So try it, okay? Keep going through the screens, please. And we'll do this for another like 5 minutes or so. Okay.
Oh, okay, hold on. So we gotta collect 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You got 5 blue points? I got 1 blue point. Yeah, it's just you have your equation.
You have the highest score so far. Can you only combo it's just the end, the chip. Shift one side.
No, it's just actually nice. There's one person.
One person. There we go. What? There you go. Can you flip it around? There we go.
What doesn't make sense?
There we go. Oh, there we go. 26. Now check this one. Check this one. Oh, there we go. What is it? I got it. Because original 2. 6. Oh, there we go. I got 2.
I know, I'm thinking what I did wrong. But I did our sign was changed around. And I have a couple pins. Oh yeah, of course.
I'm not. I just right here. Have the highest score. What's the highest score?
What? Number 3? 10? Oh, 2?
I thought you can get it through only 2.
For which screen?
It's just me.
I got 4.
You got 4? The warm up too? How? You got 0 1. No,
It was on that one, Aiden.
Oh, okay. Nine. Negative.
I got 10.
I think. Yeah. How'd you do that? Got it.
It's number 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, your score is 10.
Oh, that's literally in
Oh, what do you think? 1 and 2. Why can't you say
What did you say answers?
Yeah, for the X and the
How long are we doing this for?
1 more minute.
You don't want it?
All right, you guys can put your Chromebooks away. Put them away. Take out the, go get the Wednesday paper. Take it out. Oh no, I never stopped.